Chiang Mai.
It's a chord symphony playing how it could.
That if you could win the morning, you could win the day. One of the ways to doing it is to create regular rituals and routines so you don't have to think about what you need to do. And if you could set up routines and habits, especially early in the day, you could benefit from this science momentum and create positive momentum as opposed to being reactive, like how a lot of people do. They pick up their phone the first thing, they start reacting and driving distraction and reaction as opposed to proactively spending time with self-care and self-love and having a vision and a direction for your day. So let's get into it. Now, as I jump into this again, this is my ideal day. So sometimes I can't do all of this, but I can do as many as I can. So the first thing I do when I wake up is I recall my dreams. When you're dreaming is that you're actually processing and integrating and working on solutions, your subconscious mind, to the things that you're focusing on during the daytime. But most people forget their dreams. After that, I get out of bed and I make the bed. Okay, and now this is something that is obvious that most of you do, but if you don't do it, take 2 minutes and make your bed, because that's a success habit, right? If we're talking about positive momentum, the science momentum, getting things done, checking things off, doing it with excellence, then make your bed. It's worth the 1 or 2 minutes, because again, how you do anything is how you do everything, and to have a good check mark on something like making your bed is very powerful, because it teaches you to be able to do something really well and excellence like they do in the military.
And the other benefit is when you come back at the end of the day, you come back to success. You come back to your bed already made. After that, what I'll do is I'll go into the kitchen and I'll have a tall glass of water, because we use a lot of water and most of us are very dehydrated at night. I'll take my supplements there. I take my probiotics, which is the big one, because your gut is your second brain. We talk about quick brain, being your brain in your head, but you also have incredible amount of nerve cells in your gut. And so I want to make sure that's being fed and healthy, so I take my probiotics. Then what I do is I do my breathing, right? I'm thinking about the things I'm focusing on here. I'm thinking about excellence. I'm thinking about hydration. I'm thinking about oxygen. Whatever your breathing technique is, I focus on breathing. So whether it's box breathing or alpha breathing, whether it's Wim Hof's method, I do a breathing technique because I want to fully oxygenate my body and my brain, which is obviously part of my body also as well. And maybe we could do another episode dedicated towards that. I do my meditation in the morning and also later in the afternoon or evening, sometimes before I go to bed, but I always do an early morning meditation. I do it for about 20 minutes. Mindfulness is so important. So I want to have a clear mind as I enter the day. And so meditation puts me in that space. 15, 20 minutes. Some of you use Headspace app. Some of you use the Muse device, use some kind of technology. I meditate then. From there, I do 1 or 2 minutes of just movement. And this could be different. It could be calisthenics, it could be burpees.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a fucking fantastic day wherever you're watching this from. I know I've had a fucking fantastic morning. I've just done my morning routine. As you would have seen, I've done a couple of stretches, done some yoga, done some meditation, wrote in my journal, took my supplements, done my breathing techniques. I'm about to do a plunge into the pool because it's like never heated and it's always cold. So consider it like a cold plunge, and then I'll be hitting up the cold shower now just to remove any inflammatory left over from my body from yesterday, as well as strengthening my immune system, strengthening my brain, strengthening the autonomic nervous system, part of the nerve. I don't know. I don't know the exact benefits and details I'm strengthening, but off the top of my head, those are the few things that I know of. Welcome back to another video. Today, as you would have seen, I've just been focusing on what I can do. I've been focusing on what my habits have been like. I know over the past week or so, since arriving into Thailand, I've probably lost 50% of the habits that I was doing regularly back home in Melbourne, Australia. And today I decided, fuck that. I want to make sure I do everything. Meditate, visualize, breathe, yoga, stretch, journal, supplements, like cold shower, like you name it, I'm doing all of it. And they sound like small little things here and there, but once you add them all up and do it on a day-to-day basis, it will impact your life. Those habits will help you become the person that you would love to become in the future. So We're gonna start off with a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration. We're gonna get shit done. Now let's have a moment of silence and pray for me, because I'm about to get fucked up in that cold water plunge. Pray for me right now. I'm about to get fucked up. Let me feel the water. I won't lie, this is the fucking coldest pool I've ever been in. It feels like going into the beach or into the ocean in the middle of winter. It's exactly the same. It couldn't be more than 4 degrees at the most. So cold water plunge and rip. Rip. I'm going back into the pool. I just don't want to use all my memory. Man, that cold plunge pool fucked me up. But I've oxygenated my body. I'm so focused now. I'm alert. I'm feeling really good. And that's the main thing. And all it took was 2 to 3 minutes getting my ass into a fucking cold pool. So I would definitely recommend doing it yourselves and see how it impacts your life. I know for me personally, it's helped me out tremendously with owning my morning. And once I've owned my morning, I then can transfer that dedication and energy onto the rest of my day with that same momentum. And how you start your day is sort of how you're going to end your day as well. Sort of like the how you do anything is how you do everything. So start the morning well, start the morning fresh, start the morning clean.